Hi, I'm Niall Heaney. Today we're taking a look around a 2004 Monterey 265 sports cruiser. It's got a single Yanmar diesel engine and it is in fantastic condition throughout. It's only got 156 hours on the clock. It really looks the part. Just taking a walk around the outside of this boat, you can tell how good the gel coat is. It's still got a really lustrous shine to it. It's just been compounded and polished, so she looks really good. There's no real damage around the boat. There's a few scuffs and scrapes. Some of the stickers and things have some marks in them, which is pretty normal at a boat of this age. But there's no signs of any damage or any previous repairs. The rub rail is perfect. All the stainless steel work and the cleats are all in excellent condition. We've just recently touched in the anti-fouling paint as well. The hull has been anti-fouled. It does need a full fresh coat of anti-fouling before she goes in the water for her next owners, but the actual paint condition, the underlying paint condition is good. We've got a stainless steel anchor roller here, anchor included in the sail as well. It's in very good condition. The stainless steel rub rail around this side is perfect. We've got some minor scuffs in the gel coat, but really nothing to worry about. Again, a couple of minor scuffs in the stickers, but again, nothing to worry about. It's only cosmetic. And the general appearance, whenever you stand back off the boat, is still fantastic. Gel coat down this starboard side has a really good shine to it as well. And both above and below that deck rails, she's just in fantastic condition. So a really striking looking boat, and with the radar arch on there as well, you know, she's got just really nice presence about her. Just taking a look at the stern, we've got a really good sized swim platform integrated into the hull with non-skid moulding on top of it. Again, the swim platform, the condition of this is very, very good. The deck rail, the rub rail around it is on mark, and swim platforms are an area that can suffer a lot of damage as people are trying to berth boats and things, but this one is pretty much on mark, very good condition. We've got a 3-step folding stainless steel boarding ladder, and then we've got a transom locker in the back. You can see we've got a centre ski tow point as well if you want to pull water toys or things with the boat. And then we'll also take an opportunity to have a quick look at the drive. As I said, this boat has a Yanmar diesel stern drive that's matched up to this Cruiser Bravo 1X drive. So the drive is in pretty good condition. It's got a 4-blade stainless steel propeller, which is in good shape. And apart from needing a new set of anodes and maybe a lick of paint or something, the drive is in good shape there. We've also got decent sized trim tabs here, hydraulic trim tabs on the port and starboard side, which help the boat stay on plane at lower speeds, and also can control the running angle, the lean angle, and if you're running in a crosswind. But yeah, everything back here is in good shape. The D-rings and things are nice and solid. All the hardware back here is all very, very sound. The boat has a full set of factory camper canvas covers, so it's got a nice flat bimini roof section that extends both forward and aft of the radar arch, and then we've got our zip-in sections for the front, the sides, and the back, so you can fully enclose the cockpit here, and it means you can use this area in all weathers. And the covers themselves are in fantastic condition. I can't find any leaks or rips or tears in them. They're really good shape. The clear acrylic sections are still in good shape as well. You can see through them nice and clearly. So I just wanted to show you these before we take them down now to do the rest of the video, because I think the boat really, I mean, if you get good weather, you would probably use the boat with the covers down, and she really looks the part with them off. So we're going to take the covers off now and let's see how she looks with those down as well. Coming on board from the swim platform, we've got a nice walk-through transom here with a lockable gate, so you can keep kids and things safe on board. All the walkways are all moulded non-skid. We've also got a nice big handrail across the transom of the boat, and a decent sized locker for swallowing up shore power cables, fenders, docking lines and things like that. Coming on board then, we've got a nice spacious single level cockpit with a really sociable seating layout. We've got facing seats around a cockpit table at the aft end of the cockpit here. You'll easily seat sort of 4 adults around the table, and it's a decent sized table as well. It is removable also. We've got a twin wide helm seat here up front, and we've got a port side lounger which again, it's a nice deep seat. You could either sit 2 adults there, or it's a nice recliner for 1 person. We've got a Cockpit wet bar here with a recessed sink. We've also got another draining storage bin which you could use for ice or that type of thing. We've got cup holders dotted throughout the cockpit. Again, we've got nice stainless steel handrail here. All the fittings in the cockpit, throughout the cockpit, are all in perfect condition. They're all solid and secure. And we've also got a cool box then that stores in its own compartment just below the wet bar there. Condition wise, in here is fantastic. All the upholstery is perfect. The carpets are in good condition. They're snap out carpets, so you can take them out of the boat for washing and things, and also for washing down the deck. There's no tears or scuffs or scrapes or anything on the actual upholstery itself, and like I said, all the handrails and things, everything's really solid and in great condition. You'll also notice one of the real positives on this Monterey 265 is that you've got the integrated radar arch, which, as well as setting the boat off visually whenever you're looking at the boat from outside, it gives added rigidity to the covers that we showed you just before, and it also has overhead lights in here, and also it acts as a mount for the spotlight, the nav light and the VHF antenna. It keeps them up clear of the deck. With the port side lounger up here and the twin wide helm seat, you can also, means the helmsman can have a bit of company at the front of the boat whenever you're underway as well. Being a sports cruiser, it's important that the helm position's good, and this one, again, like all these Montereys, it doesn't disappoint. First of all, the seat, it's twin wide, so you can squeeze 2 people on here. It's got a split up bolster in the centre section, and this seat also actually is a it's a full recliner, so you can fold it out flat and whenever you're at anchor for sun lounging and things. But back to the helm position, we've got a tilt position leather wrapped steering wheel. We've got a full range of marine instrumentation. We've got our tacho here with integrated hour clock, which is only showing 156.2 hours, which is really absolutely nothing on an engine like this. It's barely just running. We've got all our other instruments there. Everything seems to be working on the boat as well, which is always a good sign. We've got all our 12-volt switches here. We've got a Garmin GPS map 182C chart plotter. We've also got, we saw the hydraulic trim tabs on the transom, and we've got trim tab deflection gauges for both port and starboard trim tabs, which is really good because it's a thing on these sports cruisers, these sort of 25-26 foot sports cruisers. A lot of them have trim tabs fitted, but very few of them actually have the gauges to tell you where the trim tabs are, so it can be tricky, particularly whenever you're getting to know the boat, trying to figure out where the trim tabs are. So you're not going to have that problem on this boat. It's got the trim tab gauge on here. We've also got a digital depth sounder, so you get the depth below the keel. We've got a remote control for the stereo, which is located down in the cabin. We've also got controls for our remote spotlight that's mounted up on the radar arch. We've got our engine status monitor panel, and then a bank of 12-volt circuit breakers, so you don't have to go hunt for a fuse panel. If you get a 12-volt circuit that goes out, you can just reset the breaker. And then we've got a 12-volt auxiliary power here as well. One other thing as well, part of the spec on the boat is an anchor windlass, and we've got a control switch for the windlass down here. And we've also got a Vhf radio, which is just in behind me. You can see that from the photographs. So, I mean, it's got everything you'd need for coastal navigation, and with the addition of the windlass and stuff, it's just a really good spec. It's got virtually everything you could want on a boat of this size, from a usability and navigation perspective. Visibility from the helm is really good. Whenever I'm sitting on the seat with either the bolster up or down, I've got a clear view through the windscreen. I've also got plenty of space to stand at the helm for coming in to berth the boat and things, and you get better visibility by standing. We've got a foot brace there, so you can hold yourself in position whenever you're driving the boat more energetically, and the throttle lever as well positioned over here as well. So yeah, the boat runs really good. We're going to start the engine and let you hear it running. It starts with half a turn. It runs really sweetly, and the boat performs really well. It gets up on the plane and runs up to a pretty good speed. So we're going to put the boat through its paces in the water, and you can see for yourself just how well it goes. We've got nice straightforward and unfettered engine access on this boat by just lifting up this hatch that's on a couple of gas assist struts, and we get good all-around access to the Yanmar 315 horsepower turbo diesel engine. It's a nice big lump. It's a 6-cylinder unit. It's running absolutely beautifully. Looks to be in good condition. It's probably due a service now coming towards the end of the season, but yeah, she's running really good. We're going to fire her up for you now shortly. You can also see the holding tank down in there. We've got a macerator pump. The engine bay on all these Montereys is well appointed, and yeah, the quality of the engineering work is good. We've got nice big chunky seacocks down in the bilges. We've got engine room lighting in here as well, which is good if you're out on board after dark and you need to get a look in the engine bay. Coming forward then from the helm position, we've got steps moulded into the cabin access door with non-skid panels on the steps, and then we've got an open and windscreen section. Gives us access out onto the foredeck. The foredeck is totally moulded and non-skid. It's got a nice big recess there for a sun pad cushion, and this boat has a cushion that's stored downstairs at the minute, so you can make that foredeck into a really big sun pad. We've got a high guardrail all the way around there as well for added safety, and you've also got easy access up to the windlass and the anchor lock at the front. So it really extends the usable deck space on board the boat, and the fact that it has the sun pad, it's always a really popular thing. We've sold quite a few of these Montereys now, and I know buyers always like the fact that you've got the sun pad cushion for the foredeck for these, for the better days that we've actually had a few of this year for a change. Again, condition of everything up on the foredeck is really good. The rail all the way around the boat is totally unmarked, undamaged, completely solid. The stainless steel work, it's got a nice luster to it. The boat's been owned, the current owners had the boat since 2006, and it's only ever been kept in fresh water during that time. And you can really tell, I mean, even the aluminium windscreen surround is in really good shape and things as well. So yeah, just generally speaking, I mean, the boat's only got 150 odd hours on it, so you would expect it to be in good condition, and yeah, it doesn't disappoint. Being almost 27 foot long, you would expect the cabin to be that bit bigger than your standard entry-level sports cruiser, and it is. You really notice the extra length. We've got a sort of oversized galley, so this is a bigger galley than you would get in your standard 25 foot, and it's bigger than you would get on the Monterey 250. It's a really good size, and it's well equipped. We've got lots of storage in it, both above and below the counter. We've got a microwave oven, integrated microwave oven. We've also got a single burner electric hob, which works whenever you're plugged into shore power. We've got a dual voltage refrigerator, which will run off 12 volt or 240 volt shore power. We got a really big stainless steel sink with pressurized hot and cold water, and then we got just bags of storage. All that there's loads of room for keeping everything you'd need for a long weekend away. There's also good room at the actual galley. Two people could pass here without too much trouble. And the condition, again, I mean, this galley looks like it's been virtually unused. The microwave is pristinely clean, as is the hob. It really doesn't. I don't think this has seen much use at all over the course of its life. The condition generally down here is fantastic. The headline is totally crystal clear, unmarked, bone dry, as are the carpets, the mattresses, and also the upholstery up around the seating and the V berth here. So the layout is pretty typical. You come in, we've got the galley on the port side, we've got our heads compartment, which we'll take a wee look at in just a moment, on the starboard side. We've got U-shaped wraparound seating arrangement that converts into a double bed at night time, and then we've got an aft cabin with another double bed just in behind the steps there. Monterey as a brand has a really good name, and they're known for building higher quality boats, and the cabins always have a lovely sort of plush feel to them. So this boat's no exception. It's got this tan leather upholstery in here, which is in perfect condition, and it sets the boat off really well. It's got this gloss cherry wood table with a nice black rail around it. We've got the black Corian countertops and the black doors on the galley there as well, and then these little spotlights which you can turn off individually and rotate around and things. So it just gives it a really nice atmosphere down in here, and the room is great. We've got loads of headroom, even up at the front of the table here, which will accommodate about 4 adults. I got stacks of headroom, and there's lots of storage in here as well. We've got storage underneath all the seats. We've got storage around the seat back here as well. We've got a cupboard and this forward bulkhead here, and then we've also got all the galley storage as well, and a couple of extra cubby holes in the aft cabin. So yeah, this is a really nice place to spend time. You can easily see yourself sitting down here of an evening, having a meal or a drink, and it's a nice, spacious, sort of airy feeling cabin. Up here we've got our stereo CD player. If we just turn that on, it's perfect, working order, with speakers dotted throughout the boat. We've got our 12 volt DC control panel with a 12 volt meter here, and then we've got our this is our shore power panel, which whenever you're hooked up to shore power, shows you your shore power voltage. You can turn on all your bits and pieces of 240 volt equipment. We've got a good big locker here for storing the cockpit table can go in there, and the table support legs and things. We've got the bimini boots in there at the minute, and a nice overhead light there as well. We've got decent access into the aft cabin. It's pretty wide open in here, so it feels nice and spacious. It's not too cramped. We've got a curtain there to separate it off for a bit of privacy from the rest of the cabin, and we've got really good headroom at the head of the bed. We've got an open and port light there, and an overhead reading lamp. And then we've got a bit of storage space just up above the head of the bed. It's a decent sized mattress. We've got all the covers and things, and the sun pad cushion, the filler cushions in here at the minute. But hopefully you can see, and we've got some extra storage space down in the down at the foot of that bed as well. So again, the condition of everything in here is perfect. It's a good spacious heads compartment. We've got a pump out toilet which goes into a holding tank. The boat's fitted with a macerator for pumping that then overboard. We've got an open and port light in here. We've got a decent sized mirror, sink and vanity unit, and that shower head there, the sink head pulls out to mount up high to work as a shower as well. So the whole compartment is fully lined and drains into a shower sump. So yeah, I've got standing headroom in there, and it's a really good sized toilet. Hopefully that gives you a really good idea of the condition that this Monterey 265 is in. I personally think it's a beautiful looking boat. I'm really happy with the condition of this one. I'm sure she's going to be a pleasure for our next owners. With only 150 odd hours on the clock, it's easy to see that the boat has been lightly used. It's been well looked after. And yeah, she's going to make a really good buy for somebody. If you're interested, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Just give me a call or drop me an email, or you can fill out our callback request form on the website. Just put your name and a number in there, and I'll call you back at a time that suits you. But yeah, I'd be delighted to have a chat about this boat. Thanks for watching the video.